Welcome to Kaumudy Global. Authors are those who could write out their thoughts freely. That is, they have the power to portray truth with words as their powerful weapon. Their fanaticism, that is, any kind of over-enthusiasm or obsession over subjects that can be very much exciting, but even if it is controversial. What does events on authors' lives like murder attempts, death threats, etc. indicate? It is to be discussed, and here is what some prominent authors has to say on this topic. Shocked over the attack on Salman Rushdie, the literary world on Saturday spoke in unison against the violence and stressed upholding freedom of speech while wishing a speedy recovery to the Booker Prize-winning author Salman Rushdie. The Mumbai-born controversial author who faced Islamist death threats for years after writing the Satanic Verses was stabbed by a 24-year-old man on Friday while he was being introduced at an event in New York in the US. Even as author Salman Rushdie is on the road to recovery after a murderous attack on him on August 12 in western New York, where 24-year-old Hadi Matar stabbed him multiple times while the author was on the stage to discuss United States as a refugee for writers and other artists in exile. It has birthed another sharp debate in these already polarized times. While US National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan described the attack as reprehensible, authors and artists across the country told INS that the incident is a reminder that free speech, religious fanaticism, and violence against artists cannot be away from the headlines for long. Writer Nayanthara Sehgal, a longtime friend of Rushdie, says she is horrified by the vicious attack on the writer and the world of hatred and violence that we now live in. I salute his courage as a writer and the way he was defended freedom of expression all his life. In fact, he also defended me. Stressing that we seem to have become a society united more by hate and violence than by compassion, theatre director Neelam Mansingh Chowdhury, recipient of the Padma Shri honor, says that the attack on the author is chilling and has once again asserted that violence stalks us constantly. The battle against words cannot be fought with knives and guns. These are sad days and sad times. Hope is a fading landscape. Sahitya Academy Award-winning playwright Mahesh Dattani points out that the whole world seems to be getting more aggressive and intolerant. Religious fanaticism, on the other hand, is not a problem restricted only to our part of the world. Bose Krishnamachari, artist and founder member president of Kochi Binale Foundation, pointed out. He said, "What happened a few days back is terrible. Violence seems to have become all answer to all disagreements. Penetration of education does not seem to have had an impact on people obsessed with religion. This will continue to happen unless people realize that debating and civil discussions are the only way to solve differences." Author Taslima Nasreen, against whom several fatwas have been issued for her anti-Islamic remarks, says that she is extremely disturbed after a religious leader addressing a rally of thousands in Pakistan a few days back called for her to be killed. Following author Salman Rushdie's attack, author J.K. Rowling recently received a public threat from an Iran-backing extremist. "Horrifying news, feeling very sick right now. Let him be okay." This was what Rowling wrote. It was following this when one responder threatened her harm. A user by the name of Mir Asif Aziz, who goes as student, social activist, political activist and researcher on Twitter, responded by his writing, "Don't worry, you are next." Not only in case of J.K. Rowling, countering immediate threats to outspoken writer and human rights activist Taslima Nasreen, a New York-based non-profit educational advocacy and research organization, has relocated her to the United States. What really are these death threats indicating? It is not only questioning the freedom of authors, but making their life more insecure and even fearful of stepping out of their homes. Why am I saying that? Salman Rushdie, after his book, which was controversial, Satanic Verses, had to reduce his appearance from public events. I am Shreya signing off. If you like the video, please subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon to get the latest updates.